And welcome to part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 already, I definitely recommend going back to check that out. I am here with my friend Emily from Bronze Palms. She's a phenomenal business owner who runs a spray tan company near me in Silicon Valley, California. Also very animated if you hadn't noticed at this point. Pumpkin Queen, I am loving that. Yeah, we talk merch and retail sales and upselling in this episode. And be sure to check out part 3 as well, where we get into more about networking, how to grow your circle, and some other fantastic business tips. So enjoy part 2. Let's talk about marketing. I think this was a natural segue into that. When we are doing these advertising campaigns, we talked about consistency, longevity. I am a tinkerer when it comes to ads. I run ads almost every day of the year, and I am checking my numbers like a crazy person because I think somehow that's going to, make them perform better. But before I ever run my ads, I look at, okay, what am I willing to spend to get somebody in the door? Because I've also got hair and makeup. I've got my other costs. I have insurance, right? I have my fixed costs that I know what I need to make per month to just exist. And then to actually do the session, right? It's the hair and makeup, it's the bottle of Prosecco that we open during the session, mini bottles, and whatever products they order. I mean, that's down the line, but I know that I can essentially give away session fees because my margins are so good on my print sales. I also don't want to be Bed Bath & Beyond that only gives away free sessions to get every single person in the door. Because if you've ever shopped at Bed Bath & Beyond without a 20% off coupon, you're failing as a consumer.
Totally.
Those things are just available, blowing by in the wind. They're everywhere. So
yes.
And you can train people to then look at your company for discounts and to be the budget provider, which for every person who wants the cheapest thing in town, somebody else wants the most expensive thing in town. Have you found that charging more actually helps your business? Attract the right kind of people?
Yes, I have. March of 2020, I opened. It wasn't until February of 2022. So that was almost 2 years later that we raised our prices. That's embarrassing. So then we raised our prices by 15%. So our tans went from $60 to $69. And I said, okay, in addition to the price increase, we're also going to be adding drying powder, which, our margin on that, I think it costs us 6 cents a tan. So I'm like, we can add this $9 and then put this add-on in, which fills a need. Clients don't like to leave the salon feeling sticky or smelling. So the drying powder makes it so they don't feel damp or dewy. It's an odor blocker, and they leave looking super, super glittery, and everybody's just obsessed with it. So in addition to the $69 tan, which we now call the Classic, I also brought in a $78 tan, which is called the Signature. Additional value is added onto that primer spray so that as clients, fade, they fade evenly, and then post-hydration spray so that it locks in, seals their tan, adds hydration, all that fun stuff. So we have a $69 tan and a $78 tan. I must have been my worst customer because when I was going to get spray tans as a consumer, I never upgraded. There were tons of upgrades at all the different salons I would go at, but I never did it because I'm like, I just want to be tan, just leave me alone. So I always just got the most inexpensive version. Also, I was balling on a budget and I was in school, so there weren't really many opportunities for me to splurge. When I tell you that I was slapped in the face at what my expectation was of these two different tans, thinking everyone was going to just choose the most inexpensive version, I was so wrong. People call in saying, oh yeah, whatever's the most expensive one, just give it to me. I'm like, what? Okay, and I just did this statistic because I had a feeling we were going to talk about it. As of yesterday, since February 2022, we're now recording in October of 2022, 92% of clients that book with us book with Signature. Okay, slap in the face.
92?
92%. The $78 tan, almost $80 tan, clients walk paying close to $95 after tip, and then we brought on retail, so it just continues to add onto our ticket price for the sale in the salon. But I had no idea that was going to be the thing. But do you see a similar thing on the prints that you sell?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I used to offer basically one kind of album, and then I offered a smaller, lower cost thing that was still fancy, but not the one I wanted people to buy. Well, the cost of that album went up, and then they discontinued the box that it came in. So I was going to have to get a more expensive custom box to go with it. And when I made the announcement, all my clients were like, you can't take that away. I'll pay whatever you charge for it. I want that for my next photo shoot. It's going to be a significant price increase. And they're like, cool. But when I've had my top package, years ago at, I don't know, $2,500 or something, and my very first client who ever came in, which I know this is not normal in the photography industry, my very first portrait client came in and spent $5,500. They more than doubled the top package by adding stuff to it. And that just blew my mind because I thought, I gotta raise my prices. Like, I need to make a bigger option available so that more people can do this thing. And you and I have chatted about this before with price anchoring. If you were, and I'd be willing to bet, cut that lower price, the classic, I don't know that people would be as excited about the other one if that was the only option. Just like when you had your, 1, 3, 5 packs of tans and you added like the 10 or the 20 packs on, and people just started buying them. But if you don't have like the range for people to choose from, they can't decide what kind of customer they are, whether they want the budget or the safe middle, or they just want the baller package. Like, you need the options for them.
That's something that you told me about a year ago. You told me, well, just can't see anybody buying a 20 pack. You're like, but that's not the point. If you have a 4 pack, an 8 pack, and a 20 pack, they're going to look at the 20 pack and be like, I can't afford that, but I could do the 8. I mean, that's still a $450 sale that if I only offered a 4 or 8 pack, people would be like, I'll just do the 4 pack. That's $240. Now they've doubled it. I'll have them as a client for at least 4 months. And when they come in during every single tan, they're not going to leave without spending money. It's because they're thinking it's like a free tan. They're going to shop the rack. Those people who buy those packages, they buy every single retail item that I've ever sold. And to your point, you have to make more things for them to buy.
Yeah. Like, I have my VIP club, my Black Label status.
Yes.
Like the Black American Express cards, the metal ones, I made my own basically, and I got them custom done. They cost me like $4 a piece, which when you're, buying a few hundred at a time, you're like, that's kind of a lot of money to throw down. Until I sell one 5K package because somebody wants the Black Label status. They get to carry this metal card that says they're cool in their wallet, basically. That was a no-brainer. And my clients have upgraded to, it's a 4K package that you need to purchase to get this. And I do like 3 mini session shoots throughout the year, and I host a catered dinner party. I have a taco truck come to my house because I have a huge backyard in the studio here, and we just have a party with all of the clients who spent a ton of money. And they're usually the cool ones anyway because they liked the experience, they had fun, they wanted to be a part of the community. And so that was my top selling package, and people were like, I don't know, I can't justify buying the top thing. So I added an 8K and a 12K package, and now almost every one of my clients buys the 4K package because it's nothing compared to the 12K package. And I still want to put that Tiffany's necklace on that you and I talked about months ago, like $180,000 Tiffany's necklace in one of my packages, because next to a $200,000 package, what's 5,
Totally. Yeah. And I mean, even if you sell one every 2 years, it's like so worth it.
Right? I won't even have any margin on it. Maybe, but then again, I don't know, maybe I do upcharge $1,000 in profit for that, whatever, just because now I got to go to Stanford Mall and pick one up. Have you offered things that nobody took?
My brain blacks out trauma, so I can't say that I remember any off the top of my head. If anything comes to me, I'll definitely bring it up, but I guaranteed there have been things that I have tried that haven't worked. I'm kind of like a risk taker when it comes to business. Like, if I think that it has margin on it and I think that there's an opportunity and space in the industry, then I definitely do go for it. I've created a lot of digital products that have done really well, but they didn't always start off going well. Lots of questions, frequently asked questions get built out. I have to reach out to everybody and let them know that it's been updated just to continue to be like quality customer service. I have found that not everything is going to sell every single day. And unless you talk about what you sell every single day, no one's going to know that you sell anything. That's probably been my biggest lesson over these last couple of years. Do you sell every single day?
No, I don't. And
but you have emails that go out. You have emails
do.
that go out.
I do. I'm actually working on my email automations because I want to be able to sell every day, and I don't want to be doing the work every single day to do it. Automations are the way to make that happen for me without taking away from sleep and disc golf time and anything else I want to do to relax in my life. I'll have a 2-year email automation sequence going for my women's portraits / boudoir, for high school seniors, for families, and then the corporate branding clients. And that is the end of part 2. We are so stoked that you stayed with us thus far. We are going to wrap up so strong. Think 5 minutes left of the fourth quarter. This is the Super Bowl. Game is tied. Everyone's got all their timeouts. All the money is on the line. Part 3 is going to be so good. You are not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.